What's up, Internet? It's Dumbass Panicos Gaming, and, well, this isn't what I had planned on doing first. After, I did, last night get my shiny charm in BDSP. It worked pretty much exactly how I thought it was going to. I just used one of the trade channels. But yeah, so, the thing is, so today there was an event, actually, or not just today, but this weekend. I can actually pull it up. There's, a new wild area event. Did not expect that. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to get another one before, or another one in this game at all. But yeah, so there's about a 2% chance that any 5-star Shellder will be shiny, so we're going to try and get a couple of them. I have my counter set up, so in theory, let's go ahead and load back in. In theory, let me pop that up. That should work fine, yep. But yeah, I finally set up my face cam and stuff, because the reason why I haven't done it is I didn't have any sort of light. But yeah. Oh hey, look at that, 5-star on the first try. Ooh, I should really change my Pokemon real quick. It's possible I might move that face cam too, but this is actually the scene that I had set up for... I already, like... Yeah, we can use, Actually, do I have anything that isn't named really stupid? I don't think so, do I? Yeah, I really don't. Actually, this route might be fine. What is Gaffer moves? That should work fine for Shellder. Yeah. Okay, we'll use this Rude. But yeah, I set up this scene for BDSP because I wasn't expecting there to be a wild area event today. Or again, this weekend. So I might have to move around the camera and stuff, but I think it'll be just fine. Okay, let's hop into it. I did save, right? I'll save again just to be sure. Yeah, let's just do it. Watch me get it on the first try. Also, I don't have, like, the percentage thing set up because I don't really have a good way to set that up for, that's not what we want. I don't really have a good way to set that up for, in my program yet to, like, do weird custom numbers. Like, I have stuff set up for, like, Shiny Charm and Masuda Method and stuff like that, but I don't really have anything for this. Because this is, you know, a 2% chance, which is just kind of weird. Alright, we'll get into the resetting stuff. Which is, fortunately, I don't need to care about the BDSP stuff anymore, but that is going to kind of mess with it by doing that again, which is the whole issue that I had with Spin to begin with. Alright, now what we want. It has to be 5-star. It doesn't have the boosted chance. It still has a 1 in 4,000 chance, but that's not really worth caring about at all. Yeah, as far as I know, Shiny Charm has no effect on raids. Hey, there we go. I do want to be saving every time, because we did have the issue with Milcery, where some of them were getting out of the balls, which was a little weird, but also not a big deal. But just in case I do get a Shiny, I don't want to potentially miss it. Just because of, like, bad luck. But yeah, I do want to get 2 shinies tonight, if possible. That'd be really nice. We'll see what happens with that, though. Because being that like 1 in 50 5-star raids is gonna have a shiny Shellder, it might take me a little while to find just the one. But we'll see. We got a few hours tonight to work on this. It'd be really nice to get both tonight. I mean, I'm gonna get both in this event regardless. It's just whether or not it happens tonight. I would like to start hunting Fiona tomorrow, but you know, we'll just have to see. Also, I probably won't be playing this playlist for very long, just because it's a very short playlist. It's literally just one album, actually. Hopefully Harris Heller makes some more stuff like it, just so we can have some more variety. There we go. Oh, so funny story. I'll have to show this off some other time, but I started another playthrough of Legends Arceus just to like do the beginning stuff to get that Ponyta again, the shiny Ponyta. Same spot where I got my random Kricketot pretty early on in my first playthrough. There was another random shiny Kricketot. I don't know how I got that luck, but I didn't even see or hear the effect or anything. I just noticed it after a cutscene or something. I was like just standing for a moment, just like thinking. And then I looked at it, I went, wait a second. That's not the right colors. That is not near enough red. Oh, was that number 3 also? I should probably... I'm gonna be bad about actually like marking those, I think. But yeah, hopefully this goes well with like the face cam and stuff. I don't think I'm having issues yet. No, I'm nowhere near to maxing anything out. Good. I will say, on Monday when we play Minecraft again, I will probably have to, I'll probably have to turn off the face cam. I don't think, NVIDIA Broadcast didn't really like me playing Minecraft and using it for the microphone at the same time. So doing it for the, doing with the webcam too, that's just gonna be asking for trouble. Maybe I can try it though, because I know I did have my settings a little bit high in Minecraft last time. So I can try and turn a couple things down so it isn't having issues. There we go, another 5-star. Honestly, this is going pretty fast so far, so that's pretty good. It's a good sign. Here, let me mess with this a little bit, try and lower it just a tad. Alright, I don't know how much that helps, but... oh well. I do kind of want to show off the colors on the microphone, because of course I had to, you know, get an RGB microphone. To be fair, I didn't buy it for the RGB though. I bought it because the connection is USB-C instead of micro USB that the normal HyperX Quadcast is. But oh well. I mean, to be fair, I don't mind it being stumbled over that one. RGB. Oh my god. Took me 38 tries, but I got there. But yeah, I don't mind it having that. I just, like, I wouldn't have spent more money on just that, because it's not really something you can see. It is nice having some sort of light on it, though, because it, like, helps not, like, have the microphone on. Holy hell! What's up, Cromer Gaming? Thank you for the raid. I definitely appreciate it. I'm just doing a little bit of a Shellder hunting tonight. I also finally got my webcam set up as well, so this is a good night to have the raid. Hey, what's up, Vivian? Nice McRoss. Nice. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Oh man, this is gonna be weird. I'm used to having like 2 people in my chat, not 20. But yeah, anyways, this is what I do on my stream, guys. Just shiny hunting and shiny hunting. Vivian's slowly going insane as you work on your decks. Yeah, I'm glad I finally got that national dex done. I was hunting Shellder 2 the hard way and didn't find it. Aw, yeah, there's a new wild area event in Sword and Shield, so I'm definitely gonna try and get a shiny Shellder and shiny Cloister tonight. Definitely by the end of the weekend, I'll have both. Yeah, I had planned on doing a hunt for Fiona in BDSP, now that I finally have my shiny charm in that, but then this event hit and I was like, okay, well, that's a little bit more time sensitive, so let's go ahead and do that. Did I just reset or no? I think I just reset. Maybe? I think I did. Also, I don't think I actually did the counter. That counter is probably going to be very far off. I've got like so many different things I'm trying to like do for the first time on stream with the webcam and everything, so I'm getting distracted. Yeah, you normally have decent luck with these, but granted it's only Friday. Yeah. Yeah, well, another thing is like, even after the event kind of ends, as long as you don't download the new wild area data, it'll still actually be active. Thank you, Echo. I appreciate the follow. So, like, even if you don't get it this weekend, you can just keep picking at it until you do. It's only once there's a new one that you care about that you'll actually, like, have to really care. I actually realized that recently with the Pseudo-Wudo event. That they did for April 1st. I like was in the next time they did an event, I was like trying to find, or was it even that, or what was I doing? I don't think it was an event. I think it was I was working on something in raids, but I like kept on getting Pseudo-Wudo because for April 1st they made every event then a Pseudo-Wudo. And I was like, oh, that would do it. Okay, good to know. 2 years after the game came out, but hey, I figured it out eventually. Sure, you had one store, but you don't know who it was. Oh. Yeah, I regret. There was one that I, a long time, like a couple of years ago, I, like, got bored with during it, and then just never did. I think it might have been Tauros was the one where I did a bunch of looking for it. I never got it. And I wish I would have realized that it still stuck around even, like, after the event was technically over. Because I probably would have gotten it eventually. There was a few of these events early on into the, like, the first year of the game or so, where I didn't really care about shiny hunting yet. So, like, I was like, that's not a good shiny, I won't bother with it. And then once I actually got close to finishing my national dex, then I was like, oh, I guess I can start doing a shiny dex. Whoops. Alright. And shiny? No shiny. Weren't really into it when Sword and Shield first came out, but now it's basically all you do is shiny hunt. Yeah, I mean, almost 3 years into the life of the game, there's not much else you can do, but yeah, I definitely like doing these when they pop up. I've had some very good luck a couple of times where I get it on, like, the very first try. I think with Shellder and Minccino, however you are supposed to say it, the little, like, fairy mouse thing, even though it's not even fairy, I think it's just pure normal. But both of those, the first, like, the first den that I actually entered, instead of just looking to see what was, you know, what the silhouette was. Both of those, like, back-to-back, too, I think those were. I got them on the very first one. But yeah, I definitely like these raids where they give you like the completely uninvolved form. So like with this, or Omen Knight did the same thing. Thank you, Cromer. I appreciate it. But yeah, I prefer these over when like they give you a fully evolved form, like with Shellder, where it's like, okay, well, I can get one shiny Pokemon, but like with this, I can get two. Because the second Shellder, I can just make a Cloyster. Yeah, or the Eevee one. That one was that was a lot of work for that one, because I don't think I had any of the Eeveelutions shiny. I had one shiny Eevee that I haven't evolved, so I had to get 8 shinies out of that event. That took a little bit. Yeah, I've updated all my, like, Pokedex tracker stuff as much as I can. I think I got my info cards, updated to be, to, like, be all the correct numbers. But until Pokedex tracker actually updates to, like, support the Legends Arceus Mons in the, National Dex, I'm kinda don't know for sure. You still need 180 Mons for your BDSP decks. I'm sure you'll get there, especially now with Pokemon Home being updated and stuff. It's going to be a lot easier, and there's probably going to be a lot more things getting traded and whatnot. You got a Spinda, so you're content. Nice. Yeah, I had to use one of the trade Twitch channels because there was no way I was gonna get it with the Wonder trades, and I wasn't gonna like wait forever for the whatchamacallit, for like an actual not outbreak but swarm. That's the term I was looking for. I wasn't gonna wait forever for a swarm to appear. Plus, I mean, I have a legit Spinda in Pokemon Home, it's just you can't transfer it over because... Thanks, Ilka. I wonder if they'll ever fix that, or if that's just always going to be the case that you can't transfer a Spinda in or out of BDSP. Also, I figured out why my Pikachu couldn't transfer over. Even though I don't know why some of my other stuff was able to, now that I think about it, but because my Pikachu had the G-Max factor from these games, they don't want you to be able to transfer those over because they're... I guess BDSP doesn't have a thing to check if it has the G-Max factor, which makes sense. But because of that, it would let you evolve the Pikachu, so you could end up with a Raichu with the G-Max factor, which it's not supposed to have. So I guess that's why they don't do that. Hey, what's up, Jed? Yeah, I finally set up my webcam. Finally got a light for it and everything, so we're all good now. Also, Jed, I have to remember today to whisper you my my Discord stuff so you can figure out trades and stuff. Because I forgot about it last time I streamed. But anyways, welcome back, Jed. Twitter works also if I have that. And Discord's probably going to work best for me. But yeah, I mean, I have to message with something. Whichever one it ends up being. Actually, do I have Twitter? I don't think I actually have Twitter. I should probably do that. Just to, like, have the account. But whatever, that's future me's problem. I don't know if I counted that one. I'm sure that number is already wildly off. I wonder if there's going to be any sort of equivalent to these raids in Gen 9 with Scarlet and Violet. I would really hope so. Like, don't get me wrong, these raids have issues, what with the AI being useless, and they're very easy to just, like, blow through. But, like, I hope in some form they return. Hopefully they're better and they don't somehow make them worse. Wish you could hunt this Shellder. Yeah, unfortunately, this is going to be Sword and Shield only for this event. Surprised there isn't... I'm really surprised there isn't anything like this in a BDSP. Even if it's just like boosted odds in the wild. It'd be like, hey, there's a special event going on. Go out into the wild and get a, you know, like Pikachu has extra odds or something weird, or Shellder or something like that, you know? But hopefully they, hopefully in the future they, like all the future games will have something like that, because it's really, like, it's a really good way to keep people coming back to the game every month or two. They could totally just have boosted swarms or something. Yeah, just something like that. Especially with swarms, actually. That would have made a lot of sense. Yeah, hopefully these raids and hopefully these like special events come back and say, well, ooh, nice. Back to back. Probably since it wasn't made by Game Freak, they didn't care as much. Yeah, also with the track record Ilka has shown, it probably would have been very broken and wouldn't work properly. Or it'd be like Spinda, and for some reason you can't transfer them over to home or something like that. Yeah, I really hope Ilka never gets to develop another Pokemon game, and they just are permanently relegated to home, because they clearly did not do a good job. And it really messed up how long it took for home to get updated too, so like, okay, you guys got your chance, but you're done. I think they did like some modeling support for previous games too, as long as it's just a support role. They just can't take the lead on a project again, because they're not good at it. Go. What are the odds for this thing? 2%, so 1 in 50. In 5-star raids, so if you see in the top left corner, there's a number of stars. So after you beat the game, you can have 3, 4, and 5-star raids. There's like 1 and 2 stars during like your playthrough. But yeah, the 3 and 4s don't have any sort of boosted odds. They're still just the normal. But yeah, 5-star has a 1 in 50 chance. Usually it's better than that too, because usually there's like multiple species that are possible in the 5-star, but only one of them will actually have the boosted odds. So you can look at the silhouette and like usually it's like 1 in 25 actually ends up being more like what it is, or even better than that actually. But yeah, 1 in 50 is pretty good. It's hard to say no to that. Alright, let me move this. That should work. Yeah, good enough. Might have to do some raids tomorrow to try for it. You should, McRoss. Almost said Mr. Ross. But yeah, you definitely should. This is like one of the better ways to get a shiny Pokemon. It can kind of suck to be doing a bunch of like resets and stuff, but usually it's not too bad. But yeah, so far this one's been pretty generous about giving the 5 stars. Sometimes you get like a long streak where you don't see a 5-star raid for a while, and it's like, what's going on here? Because I think it's just 50% or 33% for each of them. Just like 1/3 chance of 3, 1/3 chance of 4, 1/3 chance of 5. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully soon. Because since I do need the 2, but it's only been 30 minutes, so I suppose I can't really complain yet. Once that counter gets over 50, maybe that can start complaining. Try it after the whiskey wears off. I assume there's a story there between you and McRoss. Before you jumped in Cromer's stream, you had a few whiskeys and could not type properly. Fair enough. Sounds like a fun Friday night. Fortunately, at least Shellder has a very obvious shiny, so I don't have to like wait for the full animation to play out. It's your typical, played some PUBG and a few drinks with some friends. Nice. Definitely the best way to do it. The AZ flag in black and gray looks sick. Yeah, I really like this hat, and I really like the color scheme for the patch in the middle. Yeah, I need to, I'm gonna need to start taking some of my hats out of storage now. I have a bunch of hats. Most of them have just been sitting in a storage unit from like the last time that I moved, but now that I'm gonna be doing a face cam, maybe I should probably cycle through some of those. But yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites. My awful ass long hair. You have too many hats, your wife is always like another one, yeah. Yeah, there was a while where I was buying a bunch of them. I haven't bought a new hat in a while, I don't think, but we'll see. Maybe I will soon now. Alright, man, you're gonna head out. Good luck with the hunt. Thank you, Kremer. Thank you for the raid again. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a good night, man. Born asleep. There we go. Finally another 5-star. I say finally. I think I only had one that wasn't, but it seemed like it took a while. Will this be it? Nope. Yeah, I really like this shiny for Shellder. It's a shame the Cloister shiny isn't as good. I don't remember exactly what Cloister looks like off the top of my head, but it's a lot. I think it's like just kind of more blue. You have one that has a leather patch. Hold on a sec. Another patch on the front is the USA flag cut in the shape of Arizona. Oh, nice. And before it goes over odds, Jed, don't put that evil on me, man. To be fair, over odds on this is not too bad, but still, don't you dare. Especially because I need 2 of them. But I think as long as I can get both under like 50 total, or under 100 total, I'll be pretty happy with it. What's the Evo of it? Cloister. Which I don't... It's definitely not as good of a shiny. Hold on, let me pull it up. I don't think it's like terrible. It's not one of like the puke green ones. Yeah, so basically just the blue on the Cloister, or the purple on the Cloister turns blue. Would have looked a lot better if it turned gold like this one does. I think I saved, but I'll save again. Nope. Just keep trying. I don't think I counted that last one, so... Or I did, but again, I don't think this count's going to be even remotely accurate tonight. Just because I keep on, like, forgetting about it, or thinking I forgot about it, so I double count. Because I know I've done that a few times with Registeel. At least with the Registeel, I have a good way to, like, have a secondary count, so I kind of know, like, where I should be ending with each set of them. but I don't really have sets of these that I do with these, so oh well. You're hanging out, Mick Ross? Alright, man, I appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, thank you to everyone who came in with the raid and stuff. Especially because a lot of you guys at least stuck around more than like 10 seconds, which means I'm not completely terrible at this. Yeah, I hope to see you too, Mick Ross. Thanks again. If not terrible. Well, I don't know if I believe that, but I appreciate that other people don't think that, so I try and do what I can to make it reasonably good quality. God, NVIDIA broadcast really does not like my my hair. It has like my hair all blurred out, but it's like kind of flickering sometimes, but it's not too terrible on the face cam. That's part of why I didn't do this before, because when I didn't have a light, the NVIDIA broadcast stuff really did not play nice with that. So it's funny too, because I bought a ring light, because I had to go to buy a fan for this desk, because it's just been so hot recently. And we're not even like the hottest part of the year for Arizona. So it was definitely going to become an issue. And then while I was there, I just saw there was a ring light for like $13 or something. And it has like RGB and stuff. And I was like, okay, well, I can make use of that, probably. But I didn't even think about where I was going to mount it. So I have it like just off to the side, which is not how you're supposed to do a ring light. You're supposed to have it just like dead in front of you so it evenly lights everything. Like all your facial features. But it's working pretty well, so I'm not going to complain too much. You can definitely tell it's coming from my side, but maybe one day I'll get it set up better. Also, at some point I'm going to have to get a proper microphone arm. I think that's probably going to be like the next thing I kind of buy for the stream, because currently this microphone is just sitting on top of the box that it came in, which gets it to about the right height that I need, but like I would like something, you know, that isn't a cardboard box maybe. It works well enough for now though. I will say one thing that helps a lot is the HyperX Quadcast actually comes with a like built-in shock mount for the microphone, which helps a lot. Granted, I guess with NVIDIA broadcast that would probably cut out most of like vibration stuff, but still, it does not hurt to have the shock mount. How do I game with the mic in the way on keyboard and mouse? Very carefully. I can like move my keyboard to the left and I can kind of push the box to the right, but like just change where the microphone is on the box so it isn't too much in the way. But yeah, I don't really do a whole lot of PC gaming with the microphone, other than like that last Minecraft stream, which I think will be a regular thing, but I don't know. We'll have to see how I feel on Monday. If I do, it'll be like Minecraft Mondays will be the thing. But yeah, and definitely for that, I don't think I'll be running the webcam, just because NVIDIA broadcast and PC games don't. I shouldn't say they don't play nice, but because they're both pulling like from the same hardware in terms of what's kind of powering them, they can kind of clash. And I think that's why I was having like some pretty noticeable slowdowns in the FPS on Minecraft, and why there's also a lot of like crackling I noticed in the VOD. Although, I don't know. That would be a little weird. I was going to say it's weird that the recording had that issue, but also it may have just been like a one-off issue, but I definitely don't think I want to try and run the face cam at the same time, because that's just making the issue even worse. What I would kind of like to do, and this isn't really realistic for right now, but eventually I would like to maybe find like a cheap NVIDIA graphics card. Like maybe after the 4000 series goes on sale, try and find like a 3050 or something for not too much. And throw that in my system as a second card, so that way I can have one graphics card just focus on the game, then I have one that just focuses on the NVIDIA broadcast. Or like if I end up upgrading from a current one, although I don't think that'll happen anytime soon, because this 2070 is more than enough power for anything that I do. Well, I say that, but now I'm complaining about having issues with things using too many resources, but is 40 series confirmed? 40 series is confirmed as far as I know. I don't know how much details we know about it, but like it's probably safe to say they'll be out later this year. So hopefully between that and the crypto recession, we'll call it. It's not that bad, but with the price of crypto stuff falling, a lot of the miners are gonna start dumping off their cards to try and get ahead of everyone else doing it, so they can get their money out. Do they do pre-orders for graphics cards? Some places probably do. Maybe, but I don't know. As we saw with the 30 series launch, even if they try to do that, it ends up being a mess. So, I mean, it's still hard to find a 30 series card at MSRP. And that was before the supply issues were really an issue. Gotta get yourself a 40 series if that's the case. Yeah. Just don't massively overpay for it. But yeah, I mean, if you can pre-order it, then you probably won't have an issue with that. But yeah, don't pay the scalpers a bunch of money. Granted, I say that's how I basically got my 2070, was my buddy finally, he was like trying to find a 3070 for a while, and then he just gave up and paid a scalper way too much money for a 3080, and he gave me his old card. So don't pay the scalpers a bunch of money unless your old hardware is going to be, in which case do whatever you want. Pre-order, if not, probably buy a 40 series pre-built. Yeah, I mean, that's, for a while, that's kind of been the best way to get a new graphics card, was just to buy a pre-built, because they already have all their allocation decided, you know, or a lot of it anyways, and they kind of are going to get priority over the, you know, individual retail market. I don't even know what would be like the next thing I would upgrade with my PC, to be honest. Because, I mean, I have 32 gigs of RAM, which is way more than what I need. I have a decent, you know, Ryzen 7. Hey, Neptune, what's up? Yep, we got a face cam finally. Well, I've had a face cam for a while, just not on the stream because it's, I didn't have a light to make it not look terrible. But yeah, like, I don't really, like, maybe I could upgrade to a 40 series, but I'm not that concerned about it. because again, like, I don't play a whole lot on PC, and what I do play is stuff like Stardew and Minecraft, which aren't really that big of graphics powerhouses. Granted, Minecraft can be, but I mean, like, still. Stardew is an amazing game. Definitely one of my favorite games of all time. I need to play more of it with my friend that we have a co-op farm going. Yeah, honestly, I think if I was to upgrade anything on my PC right now, it would probably be storage again. Because I do kind of want to do something. I didn't do it for this stream, but I need to set up something with where saving my my streams to an SSD, so that way when I re-encode them into an MP4 file, they it isn't trying to read and write from the same mechanical drive. But also my my game drive that I have, so years and years ago, like 2015, I bought a NVMe drive, a 512 gig one, for probably like $500. It's been a minute since I bought this thing, and yeah, I'm still like rocking that same drive. I only use it for games, so it's fine for a boot drive or like a, you know, just something to accelerate the you know, loading screens and stuff. But that would probably be the next thing that I upgrade, or just like build an actual NAS or something like that. Need more RAM, might just get 4 sticks of 16 gigabyte RAM. Yeah, I have I have 32 gigs, so it's 4 8 gig sticks. But yeah, I was actually a little bit I didn't want to do the 4 sticks. I wanted to do 2 sticks of 16. But so when I got this CPU, yeah, I got a CPU and motherboard, and I had for my I forget what I had my Intel system before it, but it was like the first gen of DDR4 supported like motherboards, and so the stuff that I had in that was like whatever the absolute lowest speed of DDR4 was, and that stuff did not play nice with the AMD system. So I had to, instead of like waiting a little bit to buy a new RAM, because I wanted to get upgrade the RAM anyways, but instead of being able to wait on it a little bit, I in order to just get my computer running again, I basically just had to go Best Buy and buy whatever they had. Forza 5 has been pretty demanding. I have all the settings maxed out. My RAM is kind of near max. It's interesting. I would have thought of Forza Horizon being a RAM-intensive game. Definitely, you know, graphics for sure. How much RAM do you have, Jed? Yeah, it's been a little bit since I played Horizon 5. 16 gigs? Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, like 16 gigs is plenty for, I think, most gaming PCs, but definitely on any game that you're going to be cranking the settings on. Especially if you have anything else going on in the background, it can be definitely helpful to roll with 32. You just get like 64 gigabytes of RAM. You'll be fine for a while. Honestly, that's probably overkill. I would just take the next step up to 32 and not skip up to 64, because by the time you'll probably need 64 gigs, you'll probably have to upgrade a whole bunch of other stuff anyways, and then your old RAM might not even be compatible. So like, future-proofing with PCs, there's a lot of things that you can't really do that with. Like stuff like you know, storage and power supplies you can kind of do it with, or cases for sure. But yeah, stuff like RAM and all that stuff can be kind of a pain to do that with. Graphics card is so shit, even with good RAM you can't do much. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, there's not much you can do about that with a laptop. Well, I shouldn't say that actually, because they do have the like external GPUs. I think it's probably only you know, some systems that can work with those, but because I was about to say there's not much you can do about having a shitty GPU on a laptop, but yeah, again, I don't know if it's only specific systems that you can use that with or what, but yes, there is a way to do external GPUs. It's not too much. It'll be like 300 for the RAM. Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you're you know, if you have no problem paying 300 for the RAM, that's not an issue. I just always look at it as like, I don't, you know, if I don't necessarily need this right now, especially with something like that, then again, I say that, but I've spent, you know, $500 on an NVMe SSD that now would be worth like 120. So maybe I'm not one to talk there, but you have no self-control on a man-child. All you know how to do is waste money. Hey, we're the same. I just realized that, like, I try not to do it with my PC stuff just because I hate, like, feeling like I just have, like, this worthless, like, brick of electronics afterwards, after you upgrade stuff. Damn, this GPU shit is like $300. Yeah, I mean, it's not... They aren't going to be as good as, like, a normal GPU and, like, a full, desktop tower, but it can help. Especially if it's, like, not trying to do it over, like, a shitty USB connection. I don't know if USB-C would even be good enough for that. Might be. This is not something I've dug into too much. I know I just saved, but I'm going to do it again. But yeah, I remember, actually, around the same time I got this NVMe SSD. Oh, you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, buying that SSD was part of like me doing a whole big system where I was actually gonna do a like dual PC, but in one case, because a company I saw had actually like released something that would support that. So I was gonna keep my old I was gonna keep my old system as like my gaming system because it was still working fine for that. And then I bought I think it was a 6700K Intel and like the SSD and stuff like that because I was gonna build like a rendering PC or something like that. And then I wanted to eventually have them both on the same water cooling loop, so that way I could have literally like two PCs in one system and just like have it all tied together. But that thing came with a power splitter for so you could just use one power supply. And the company decided not to mention that, oh yeah, by the way, it doesn't work with anything that, at the time, like, Intels were pretty low power, and the AMDs were like 125 watt TDP, which I think nowadays isn't that much, but back then, I mean, that was significantly more than Intel. And that also at the time, the AMD CPUs just sucked across the board, and there wasn't really much point in having them. But that company decided not to mention that, oh, hey, by the way, this power splitter does not work at all with, like, anything that AMD is doing just because it takes too much power. And that was after I already RMA'd it because of it was dead the first time. So I wouldn't even boot the Intel system. The second time I got the Intel system started, but it wouldn't work with the AMD. I was like, okay, I'm done with this project. It sounds really sick as fuck. Yeah. It would have been really cool to do. I don't know if I counted that one. I might have. Actually, I think I did. You know what? Okay, whatever. I know the count's already off anyways. But yeah, it would have been a really sick system. Which is also part of it, like, it would have been really cool to do. Like, I wanted to do, like, hardline water cooling and stuff like that. Like, you know, I really wanted to pimp this thing out, and then just the whole thing fell apart. And so I was like, okay, I'll just take the good CPU and motherboard and put my old graphics card in it. I actually don't think it was that much longer that I upgraded the graphics card, too. That was a 660 Ti. Which was fantastic when I got it, but it started, like, actually dying. Like, it started not behaving correctly, and so I had to get a AMD RX 480, which I still have that thing somewhere. I think it still works fine. It's just, it got to the point that it was okay for games, but what was happening was when I upgraded to my my current monitor, this LG thing, it's like 1440p, 144 hertz, really nice monitor. I really like it. But the RX 480 just could not handle that anymore. At 1440p was struggling. But then I got my my buddy's old GPU, and that thing's been flawless. You want to get a second PC and really beef it up, and then make your current PC your kind of second PC? Yeah. Yeah, like, that was the thing, right? Like, I was trying to, like, because my older system, when I was doing that, like, was still fine for games. And then I was just gonna make the, you know, powerhouse PC to, like, handle recording and rendering and stuff. So that way, you know, like, because, like, there wasn't a reason for me to get rid of the old stuff if it still worked fine. But then, once, you know, the whole plan fell apart, and it just was like, well, I'm gonna have all these parts regardless, so I might as well just build one. Hey, there we go. There's number 1. 27 in. Hell yeah. Alright. So let's catch this thing, and then we'll work on getting a second one. Not over odds. Don't worry. I'm sure I'll take like 100 for the second one. But we at least got the first one tonight, so I'm pretty happy. Let me make a timestamp for this. Yeah, Jed, no, the Pokemon doesn't stay this big. So this is just like kind of like Mega evolving, like Gen 6 and 7, which is kind of like a little bit different. You're hunting Mesper right now, but you wouldn't mind the help once that finishes? Is that kind of what you were saying, Neptune? That might work. I'm on my main profile, so I'd be able to play online a little bit. Oh, hi Pikachu. How did Pikachu die to a Shellder? Does it have anything to show for it? So there's Dynamaxing, which is what all these Pokemon are doing right now, where they just get bigger and they get double the health, and it changes their moves a little bit. So those don't have it, but there's some that have a Gigantamax form. And those ones, if they are able to do the Gigantamax form instead of like the normal Dynamax, then those have a mark in Pokemon Home, yes. Alright, this is definitely going into a... As soon as I can find it. Do I not have Luxury Balls? I don't have Luxury Balls because I sold them all. Son of a... Okay, you know what? Actually, it's fine. Yeah, we'll catch you in a Dive Ball, and then I'm going to go buy Luxury Balls, so that way I can catch the second one of this. So this one will get turned into a Cloyster eventually. This is kind of what I wanted to do anyways. So I wanted to have a... I wanted to have like one in a Dive Ball or something similar, regardless. Yeah, so yeah, these are just big, and then there's other ones that actually look different. Hell yeah. Got some candies too. Don't know how many larges I got. Probably 3. Either 1 or 3, something like that. Let's see here. Yeah, if you want to see, Actually, does this have a G-Max? I don't think this does it? Oh, it does. Okay, so we'll use this. Yes, this is the, some hacked bullshit. But that's fine. So yeah, when we do, next time I do a battle, I'll, like, G-Max it so you can kind of see that it changes a little bit. Okay, let me go ahead and, save real quick. And then let's go to town. So we can buy some... Oh, actually, this isn't going to have Luxury Balls, is it? God damn it. Where is even going to sell Luxury Balls? Oh. Actually, maybe they will. Nope. I know someone in the wild area will have them, but I guess that'll work fine too. Let's go ahead and, before I do anything else, let's just evolve this thing real quick. This isn't like a, oh, is it? Oh, it's an Ice Stone, isn't it? Yep. Oh, no, sorry, it's a Water Stone. Okay. I was wondering, like, as I was using the item, if that was a, if it was a Stone Evolution. I don't remember this one being a Stone Evolution, but... Oh, well. I only used 1 rare candy. I have a few more. I think it'll be okay. There we go. Shiny Cloyster. And then we'll just have to get ourselves another shiny Shellder. That's a needy bitch, yeah. Yeah, she's thirsty actually, he's thirsty AF. Okay, let's, So I'll go to the entrance of the wild area, and I'll just go around to all the spots and see if I can find, whoever is gonna have the Luxury Balls. I think I could buy them in, like, the last town as well. Oh! Or we can just buy them here. Hold on a second. You know, I think we have enough watts. I think we have enough. This might be stretching that budget a little bit, but I think we'll be okay. Alright, so let's head back to our usual spot for this. It doesn't really matter where I do this, I just always like doing it over by the second nursery here. Let's see if he'll give me another one. He had 2 mil the other day and spent it all on dojo upgrades and balls. Yeah. Gotta keep on forgetting all the, like, button differences between this game and Legends Arceus. But yeah, I forgot about the dojo upgrades. I don't remember if I ever actually did all of those. I got up to the, having, like, all the vending machines unlocked. And then I was like, okay, that's good enough for me. I don't really care about the other battles. I just wanted cheap, EV items. Or stat items. Alright, there we go. So, let me go ahead and save. And then let me go ahead and reset stuff. Do we have a good way to reset this? I don't. Okay. Let's go ahead and... There we go. And then pop you back up. Alright, and then we'll go into our system clock and we'll reset that back to this as well. So yeah, first one in... Oops, that wasn't actually what I wanted. I am going to turn this back a little bit just to make sure I don't accidentally, like, roll over a day when I don't mean to. Alright, just get moving on it. But yeah, as long as I get this within... So we got that in 27, so if I get this in within 73, then I'll be pretty happy. I don't think I have enough time tonight to do another 73 encounters, but... I guess we'll find out. Hopefully I don't need to find out, actually. Hopefully I just get it pretty quick. Maybe that's it. I mean, 2% chance in every one is pretty good, actually, in the grand scheme of things. Am I a fan of racing games? I am. Definitely enjoy the Forza series, both Horizon and Motorsport. Sim racing, not as much with sim racing. Like, I really enjoyed Gran Turismo 6 a lot, but that's kind of like on the very light end of like the you know, Sims. And then the more hardcore stuff, I'm not good enough at, so it's like, yeah, I'm just like, I can't, like, I get too frustrated doing it, so it's just like, there's no point. Actually, I used to have a wheel for Gran Turismo, like an actual force feedback wheel too. Not one that's just like a cheap rubber band inside to like make it spring back, or a spring or whatever. Like, it actually had a motor that communicated with the game, which was really cool, but I don't even think that thing would be supported by the newer games. I did really want to eventually get a PS5 just for Gran Turismo 7, but Gran Turismo 7 has some issues, I think, still, even though it came out, and also it's just, I couldn't justify spending all that money for a single game. Like a direct drive wheel? Yeah, so... it's called force feedback, but yeah, basically it uses a motor, so the game can actually tell the game can tell the wheel how hard to fight back against you. Neptune, the reason why I changed the time every time is, it's, that's how you kind of do the resetting of the raids. So... like, I'll show you here in a second. All right, also I need to remember to show off the G-Max form for Rillaboom here. They're like 2K. I mean, the really nice wheels are... the one that I bought at the time was $100. I think now it's like $150 or $200 for like the cheapest force feedback. But, Anyway, so yes, here now I'll show you. So, actually, give me 1 second. All right. So yeah, sorry. So like you can see here, so like we have a 5-star right here. If I leave this, we'll exit out of it. I'm gonna come back in. It's the same rate every time. So these only update every day, but unlike some of the other games, it doesn't check to see if you're messing with the system clock. Or like it checks the system clock obviously, but it doesn't like care if you're like changing it manually. So that's how you like cycle through new raids. Besides like a cockpit, which is 1k, most you'll do is get a wheelbase. That's like 1k also. Yeah, like that's the thing. You don't need to go too crazy with sim racing stuff, but like definitely some people get hardcore into it, which I get, because like there's people who get super hardcore into like flight sims and stuff like that as well, and that stuff gets expensive. Nope. All right, so let me show off the G-Max form here. You see Rillaboom. This isn't actually a shiny. This is hacked nonsense from a mystery trade. I only keep it for doing this stuff because, well, someone sent it to me in a mystery trade, so I don't care. But yeah, you can see like he has his like single drum in front of him and stuff. And then if we do this, you'll see that the form changes a bit. Yeah, see? So now he has like a whole drum set. If you want to have multiple monitors, unless you're on 1080p, you're going to need an insane PC. I feel like, wouldn't a lot of, I haven't looked into like the sim racing stuff, but I feel like, wouldn't a lot of that stuff nowadays be using VR? Which, like, granted, VR isn't easy to drive either, but it's a hell of a lot easier to drive than, like, 3 monitors for flight sim. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, being there's a lot more, like, controls and stuff that you might have to hit. It'd be weird to try and get that set up for VR. But yeah, I would love to do like build a full like race setup or a like a flight sim setup or something. Not because I even like necessarily care super hardcore about that stuff. It just I feel like it'd be really fun to build that all. For your setup, you're just gonna get 4 165 hertz 1080p monitors. Yeah, that's gonna need a pretty beefy GPU. What are you running for a GPU right now? Because I mean, you gotta think you're basically driving 4K. Oh, 3070 Ti. Okay, that might be fine then. But yeah, you're basically at that point you're trying to drive 4K 165 hertz. So definitely need a good GPU, and it needs to have a lot of VRAM on it. But yeah, I think a 3070 Ti is probably fine then. Because I know the 30 series is such like a ridiculous step up for in power from the 20 series. For the sim setup, you're going to get a PC for that itself. Makes sense. 3 PCs in total for your complete setup. I mean, there's crazier setups. There's definitely much crazier setups. Is this it? Nope. Not that I really expected it to be, but... But yeah, 73 is like the magic number here. Oh, she got swept by a clink clang. Neptune, I assume you're doing Dynamax Adventures. Main setup here, got a 1440p, 144 hertz as well. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a very good middle ground. Because, I mean, you have the much higher refresh rate, and you have the, you know, a little bit more pixel density. Or maybe not density, I guess that's based on how big the physical monitor is. But, I mean, you know, you have a little bit more resolution there. But it's not like... You aren't going full crazy with it like a 4K. Or like the crazy, like 240 hertz and stuff like that. Monitors that like the esports people use. "27-inch thick boys." I forget what mine is. I actually have no idea what mine is. I don't think it's too massive, but it's definitely it's somewhere in that ballpark. I think it's gotta be bigger than that. Or at least 27, if not bigger. They don't make monitors like that. Response time for the ones out right now, they're pretty bad. Need 1 millisecond response time. Yeah. I mean, there's some really good gaming monitors that are like really high refresh rate and good response time and all that. But you are giving up a little bit of picture quality with that, usually. I don't know if they're like super high up with in terms of like resolution. But yeah, I mean, as it stands right now, like there's not like a perfect best of all worlds yet, but maybe eventually. I mean, surely eventually we'll get there. Especially once, I think, honestly, I think 8K is going to be like the end of it. Like, there's definitely going to be stuff higher than that, especially for, like, massive displays or, like, theater rooms or stuff like that. But, like, I don't think for, like, normal, regular consumer stuff, I don't think we'll really go past 8K. Because it's just, there's not that big of a jump there. Same with, like, honestly, I don't think most will ever go past, even honestly, I don't think it'll go much past 144 hertz. Because, like, 240 hertz is already pretty crazy. I mean, 120 is already pretty damn good. So it's like, I don't think we'll see anything too crazy. So I think we'll start to see like refinements that make just like the picture better. Statistically speaking, this next raid should give you a shiny. Oh, good luck, Neptune. Totally fine with your monitors right now. Love the colors and prefer to keep everything the same res and refresh rate. Yeah, it's definitely, you definitely want to try and keep everything the same refresh rate. That's part of why I haven't, I have like an old, like really old, like a 4x3 monitor that's like 1280 by 1024 or some shit like that, which I could use as like a secondary monitor, but that would I don't know how that's going to play with the refresh rate on this one. I know definitely the G-Sync and FreeSync don't really work with that. They do not like you trying to do that at all, which I really do like having, even though I guess I don't play that many PC games anymore. Like, yeah, I played the Horizon 5, I played the hell out of that for a little bit. I like, you know, some Minecraft, some Stardew, but like that stuff, those last two don't really benefit from a variable refresh rate. That's another thing that helps a ton. Having either G-Sync or FreeSync or something like that is like helps a lot, because it part of what makes like refresh rates very noticeable is when you have like frames getting doubled because it's like not quite right. Like if you're running at like 45 frames a second on a 60 hertz monitor, like just some frames have to be doubled, you know, in terms of like they'll play twice basically. So it creates a very inconsistent image. But with like the G-Sync stuff, like honestly, down to 45 is somewhat playable. You know, it's still not ideal, but like, and to be fair, I say that 30 is perfectly playable too. It's just having fluctuation is the worst part. But like, it like makes the uneven frame rates a lot less brutal. Maybe if 4K made a big enough difference from 1440, you tried to get one. Yeah, it's... like, I would love to step up to a 4K, but... it's like... there's just not a big enough difference, especially for how much more GPU power you need for that. But yeah, you can't really tell from 1440 to 4K. Though that does obviously heavily depend on like your distance and the pixel density. Anyways, give me a second here. I need to answer a phone call. Alright, sorry about that. Oh, actually. Oh, now the transition slide. Hold on. Eventually I'll get to the right one. Hey, there we go. But yeah, Jed, on like large screens, or I mean, like even depending on the monitor, you might be able to, just because you're so close to it sometimes. But yeah, like there's definitely a lot of situations where 4K really isn't necessary. And then yeah, 8K. I think 8K will be like a thing that eventually everyone upgrades to, just because when they have to replace a screen, that's like gonna be what's available, you know? But yeah, I don't think 8K is gonna like take over the world necessarily. Or it won't be like some crazy thing where like, oh, you have to get it, it looks so much better. You're on your phone now, and of course Twitch is being a little bitch. Well, yeah, it's Twitch. It has to be. Actually, am I resetting this one? Yeah, because they just loaded back in, right? And drop 2K on an 8K monitor so you can have a 30-second response time. Yeah, I can't imagine that stuff's very good right now. I mean, yeah, right now buying anything 8K would be extremely stupid because there's zero content that supports it. I mean, maybe some games do, but like you don't want to try and mess with that right now. But yeah, eventually like it'll be, you know, like 4K is now, and then eventually it'll be like 1440p is now, where it's just like, you know, the computers are powerful enough and like it's matured enough to actually be usable at that, you know, resolution. But yeah, definitely for now it's still not there. Seems somewhat better now. I take that back. Oh, sorry you're having issues, Neptune. I definitely need to look into when you start getting like resolution control. On Twitch. Hopefully it's at affiliate. Hopefully at affiliate you get like something at least. Switch 8K OLED screen version 52. God, I really hope they keep doing like the Switch and they just like make a more powerful version. Because I know the Nintendo's already said that actually transitioning to their next console is like a major concern for them. Which I don't blame them because they kind of struck gold with the Switch. Like even people who like I very much had my I just want to make sure that was 5-star. That's why I was pausing there for a second. But like, I didn't think the Switch was a good idea when it launched, because I was like, why would you want something that's not going to be a very good handheld and not going to be a very good console, like home console? It just didn't make sense to me. And then I eventually got one, and it was okay. It was kind of neat, but like I didn't care that much. And then when Pokemon started coming out, that's when like I started really caring. But like, definitely their future needs to be like the, you know, the dockable portable console. Because I mean, like, that's been so nice. You just, you know, take it with you. You play all your games all, you know, just the same. And then you plug it into your dock and you can play it on the big screen. Like, it's such a good way to do it. It needs more power. Like, it needs to at least be, like, 720p 60 on, like, their, or sorry, not 720, 1080p 60, Jesus Christ. But 1080p 60 on, like, their, first-party titles. And not look like Legends Arceus. Like, preferably more like Mario Odyssey or Breath of the Wild. 720p. I mean, honestly, in handheld mode, I'm not sure if, in fact, I know the Switch barely even does, like, 720p 60 in handheld. But that's the thing, like, you can't really have a huge difference between docked and handheld. Because, like, that just makes it a pain in the ass to develop for. Like, other than resolution, that's, like, the only thing you can really do there. Because you don't want to be, like, doing high-quality assets and stuff like that. Like, that's just gonna be a mess. But, like, it doesn't need to be, like, honestly, that much better in docked mode. It just needs to look better overall. And I'm sure by now, you know, hardware has come a little ways since, when did the Switch come out? Early 2017, I think? It's been like 5 years. You can definitely make a better Switch. Please. Everyone thought that's what the Switch OLED was going to be, even though Nintendo did say multiple times, guys, this isn't a Switch Pro. Don't expect a Switch Pro. Our announcement's not going to be for a Switch Pro. And then they announced that it was the Switch OLED and everyone lost their mind, even though they told them that's... Anyways. But yeah, like a Switch Pro would have been really nice, you know? Just something that runs better. But Oh well, we'll see. Hopefully, like, I don't know, 2024 maybe, or 23, late 23. I highly doubt we'll see a new Nintendo console by then, though. It just doesn't seem likely to me. Unless they announce it, like, this June. Which, I mean, they did say, you know, they were thinking about difficulties with, transitioning from consoles, so we'll see. I guess it's possible. But I could see them, like, maybe doing some light announcement stuff. Actually, I don't know. When does a lot of those, I guess, like, yeah, the Xbox Series consoles and the PS5 were announced, like, less than a year before the, their launch. So I guess maybe it's a... Maybe, well, we definitely will not see a new console this year. But yeah, we could see one by 2023. I guess that's possible. Even if they don't announce anything this summer. We'll just have to see. But yeah, if we were going to be seeing something this year, it would, I don't think they would have already announced the new Pokemon games. They would have, like, waited and been like, hey, look, launch title. And there's no way they're going to release a new console and then have the Pokemon games come out on the last-gen console. But, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, they don't need to compete with Xbox and PlayStation and PC or any of that stuff. Even, like, the Switch or the Steam Deck, I believe. They don't really need to compete with that stuff. They just need to... I know, again, I keep on doing this where I double save. But, like, they don't need to compete with that stuff. They just need to be better than they currently are. Because, like, when this came out in 2017, it was already like, this is a little bit low power, guys. So, like, now it's like, okay, it needs something, you know? Steam Deck 2, what a waste of money. Yeah. My favorite thing is, running a Switch emulator or a Wii U emulator on the Steam Deck. It's like, oh cool, I have the, like, actually good Switch experience. But yeah, like, it's fine if they don't want to compete with that stuff. Just, like, make your stuff not completely awful looking, please. Like, and yeah, definitely, like Super Mario Odyssey. Or was it even Super Mario? It was just, anyways. But, like, Odyssey was a fantastic looking game. So, like, yes, there's potential there with the Switch, but also, like, it could be so much better. It could be so much better if it just, like, ran better. And, like, I don't know. The only reason why you have a Switch is exclusives. Why would you ever get a Steam Deck? You have a PC. I mean, honestly, I don't have anything that I care enough about to play, like, on the go, which is why I don't care at all about the Steam Deck. Like, the only thing I would care about is, like, Stardew Valley, but, like, that's on the Switch anyways. But, like, definitely being able to, like, have something... I don't know, can you, does the, Steam Deck dock at all, or no? Because that's, like... That's the big thing that's just so nice about the Switch. You just grab it, take it on the go, and then you plug it in, and it's just, it acts like just like a normal console. I have no idea. I would have to imagine there has to be something for it. Whether it's, like, was made by Valve, or if it's some third-party thing. They do have a dock, it's called a PC. But I don't know, I definitely can see the appeal of having, there's one device that, like, obviously, it's not going to look as good as, like, the PC does, the deck, but Like, you kind of already understand that. And honestly, nowadays, I'm kind of like, well, you know what? I'd rather just have, like, one unified experience that just works on both platforms. Or in both, like, use cases. But I think the Steam Deck is considerably more expensive than the Switch, and I'm not in the mood to buy that. Plus, again, as it stands, there's not really much that I'm playing on PC that I would want to play on the go that I can't just play on my Switch. I mean, even Minecraft is on the Switch, and it has Xbox achievements, so, like, you know. You have other ways to waste your money? Yeah. Alright, is this gonna be it? Nope. Oh, something I did notice, just as a quick thing. I noticed there was like a lot of almost like input lag or like some sort of like delays in Pokemon Home. I can at least say that I'm not the only person that noticed that, because I watched in the Austin John Plays video where he went over some of the restricted Pokemon, like, or stuff that you can't transfer or whatever. He actually mentioned that, like, the box transfers actually seem to take a little bit now, whereas before they were pretty much instant. So I'm glad I'm not the only person that saw that. Hopefully it's something they deal with pretty quickly. I mean, it's some very minor issue, but hopefully they get that sorted. Hopefully at some point they, like, I don't know, I've seen people mention they want, like, some sort of, like, stadium or Pokemon Showdown, like, implemented into Pokemon Home, which I don't think that'll ever happen, but it would be nice to have just, like, as a separate app or whatever, using, just able to, like, pull some information from Pokemon Home, just so you can, like, have, like, a showdown competitor. It'd be so cool to have, like, a, like, really high def 3D Pokemon battler that, like, didn't have to worry about, like, all the other stuff, like the story and all the other stuff around it. Just, like, make it look really badass and cool looking. Haven't used Pokemon Home. You don't have premium. Just waiting on me to let you know what Pokemon I want. Yeah, like I said, I have to whisper you later with my Discord. Just so we can get that all sorted out. And I'll take a screenshot of the like box that I have. That's all my duplicates. And yeah, I don't necessarily want like a bunch of free shinies, but I will definitely take like trading shinies for shinies. That's why I'm kind of hesitant whenever like someone in chat is like, hey, do you want this shiny? It's like, I'm good. Also, sometimes sometimes it's something that you know is obviously hacked. I forget what it was, but there was one time someone came in and was like, hey, do you want this, like, shiny, like, Rayquaza or something like that? Or, like, it wasn't Rayquaza. It was something, it was a newer legendary than that, but, like, it was something that, like, obviously you wouldn't just be giving out to, like, a random streamer. Like, their first, like, message in chat and everything was asking that. It's like, no, I'm good, thank you. While also, like, internally being like, yeah, there's no way that thing's legit, but I don't want to be an asshole and fucking say that. No problem, but the Pokemon that you don't want is going in the grinder. you'll fucking take it. I mean, it's just the, I don't know. I don't want to, like, in any way encourage people, like, use something like Vibe Trade Labs or whatever to, like, try and send me a whole bunch of illegitimate shinies. It's just like, Like, at least if I'm sending something back, then it, you know, it doesn't feel like I'm obviously doing something wrong, if that makes any sense. As long as you don't get banned, don't know much of that. I think you won't get banned or anything. The worst that would happen is it'll just tell you, hey, you can't transfer this Pokemon into home. But I think once it gets into home, it doesn't really matter. Because you gotta remember stuff like the Wonder Trades and stuff like that. Like, it's very easy to accidentally get a hacked Pokemon without doing anything wrong yourself. So, like, they're not gonna... They don't issue bans for, like, that type of stuff. Unless you're making it, like, really obvious. Like, you know, don't go into online competitive with, like, a Pokemon named Machamps.com. That's probably gonna get you into trouble. A jailbroken Switch. I'm not sure exactly how they do it, but there's a few different Twitch channels that actually, they, like, run bots in their chat. And, like, the, if you look up Vibe Trade Labs, I think is a good example of it, even though they're actually going to be shutting down in a couple months, but basically it's just like, yeah, they generate the Pokemon for you. I assume they're doing some sort of, like you said, jailbroken Switch or some shit like that, but most of, like, the hacked stuff is, like, coming from, like, a couple sources, and it's just people, you know, requesting it, and then they trade it out or whatever the hell. All right. So I'm gonna check one more here, and then we're actually gonna go on a break for a little bit. Run to the bathroom, get another drink, stuff like that. Okay, well, we can check this. Always wanted to jailbroke a console, but it seems sketchy. If you get IP banned, you're just fucked. Well, yeah, you definitely want to avoid connecting that online or anything, but... But yeah, I mean, as long as you're not, like, ruining other people's experience, like, it doesn't really matter. Just, you know, don't be an asshole about it. Okay, didn't get it. Okay, I'll load into this. And then let me swap over to intermission. Yeah, I'll just leave it on this screen. That's fine. All right, so, yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes here. I gotta run to the bathroom, stuff like that. So, yeah, I'll be right back. Thank you, everyone who's stuck around from that raid. I, like, never have this many viewers, so I definitely really appreciate that, guys. Thank you. But yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. All right, recording resumed. Is this the right, thing? Dope. Okay. You only play, or you play PvP games all the time, so you're very much against people cheating? Yeah, like... Yeah, like, obviously don't use a jailbroken console or anything for, like, online stuff, but as long as you're not affecting other people, it doesn't really matter. Now, whether or not Nintendo thinks it should matter, who the hell knows, but I'm sure they absolutely throw a fit about it, but what they don't know can't hurt them, so, you know, just don't connect it online all the time or something like that. Alright. Yeah, I don't know if there's like new like hacks for the Switch or whatever, because I know like some of the early Switches for like the first year or so actually had a pretty big exploit in them that you could jailbreak them pretty easily, I think. Or relatively easily compared to after they fixed it. But I gotta imagine now there's like some new ways to break them open. Hey, there we go. So what was that, 27 and 15? So I didn't hit like full odds for one and I got both. Hell yeah. Right? That math works out? 30, 42. Yeah, so I think it was like 42 total that I checked. And I got 2 shinies out of it. So, hell yeah. Probably just not updating and exploiting an old system version. Well, I think new ones ship with like a more recent system version. Anyways. Also, it might have been actually like a firmware, like a hardware thing as well. There was something about the old Switches that made them pretty easy to, well, again, relatively easy to break open. Alright, so I guess I'll switch over to hunting Registeel for a little bit after this. Because I got nothing else to do. Oh, maybe I won't? Trying to think about that, actually. Because, it's fine, whatever. I can leave off the, like, luck percentage or whatever. Basically, the, like, percentage of, like, how likely I am to have gotten it by this many encounters. Because I don't want to mess with that too much tonight. I kind of like cobbled together some of this stuff from like what I was going to try and do for hatching eggs in Diamond. That's how you jailbreak the PS4, just don't update. Yeah, I mean, I obviously don't want to update it, but like, I assume more recent Switches have like more recent version numbers. I guess maybe not. I don't know. This isn't really something I've dug into too much, so I don't really know. So I should probably stop talking like I do. Alright, come on, Shellder. That should be the end of it. Maybe not. Never mind. I thought that would have done enough damage. The good news here is, if any attack hits, it dies. Whatever. I'll take a little bit of a... Oh! Hey, look at that. Back just in time there, Magikarp. Alright, shield breaks. It takes the rest of the damage. Or enough damage to finish off the rest of it anyways. There we go. Luxury ball for Shellder. Hell yeah. Shellder and Cloyster in 2 hours. That's not bad. That's faster than PLA hunting. I mean, that's about on pace for PLA. Well, I guess to be fair, I'm still kind of used to... Oh, nice. Pretty good stats on them, too. Kind of used to PLA with, like, the normal outbreaks, not with the massive ones, but awesome. Alright. Move this around, too. Just get this back in. But yeah, I'll have to transfer those over to home later tonight. Alright, dope. Alright, go ahead and save, and then we'll, I'll get everything set up for, Registeel. I might not be in the right spot, too. I might have to run over there. Let me see. Let's go ahead and close the counter real quick, because we're going to have to update that number anyways. Let's see. Update this. Where is he? There he is. Oh, hey, that's quite a bit bigger. Hopefully that'll work. Let me turn this one back on. That number is not at all correct, don't worry. And then count. Let me correct the number on that. Let's see. 3708. You had very good luck today. Yeah. I mean, 2 shinies and 42 encounters is pretty good. Even with 1 in 50 odds, it's still significantly better. Okay, we'll have to make that a little bit smaller, but that's fine. Oops. Here, I can move this with the arrow keys. Look. So that luck... Oh. That luck number isn't going to be... Oh my god, I hate that shit so much. Sometimes I really wish OBS didn't, like, actively try to be a pain in the ass. That should be good. Right? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, it's going to be very different, though, when I, update this. Oops. Oh, well. That's not as bad. I thought it was going to be worse than that. Okay, that'll work. Alright, let's get loaded in here. Maybe if I get really lucky... Hey, perfect, we're set up for it, too. If I get really lucky, maybe I'll get Registeel as well. Alright, just popping back open the counter real quick. Alright, let's get going. We can do this for about 30 minutes. So we'll definitely try and get up to like 7 or 3750, whatever. Kind of wish shinies never went over odds. Yeah. I'm fine with them getting over odds, but it would be nice if they had some sort of a pity system where, like, as you went over odds, they got more and more likely. And maybe at, like, double odds. Or, like, we can even say, like, 10,000. Let's say you're, like, guaranteed a shiny. Maybe not 10,000. That's a lot. But, like, something like double odds, or you get, like, maybe at double odds you're at, like, 80% or something. Something like that. Just something to make it a little bit better. But, oh well. Sorry, give me 1 sec. Alright. You need that extra pity, yeah. Like, I definitely like that in, like, gacha games. Though they kind of have a little bit more, necessity to do it, because otherwise you're just literally throwing money into a pit. But, like... Yeah, I definitely would like to see something like that for Pokemon. I don't think they'll ever do it. And there's going to be a lot of people that cry and complain about it if they do. But yeah, it definitely sucks having a hunt go over odds. Although I preferred this one when I thought I was way over odds, and then I realized that actually Shiny Charm doesn't work on Registeel, so I'm actually quite a ways under odds still. Because I thought I was like well past double the odds, because I thought the Shiny Charm worked. But, oh well. I need to figure out if there's a way to set the, like, percentage text to, like, scale from the middle and not, like, edges, because, like, having it, like, adjust because of the zeros. Or I just need to set it so that way it always has, 2 zeros, or 2 digits following the decimal. Instead, like here, where it's only got the 1. Who cares? They've been playing the exact same fucking game for 20 years, and they'll still buy it. No one is ever happy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just don't think that Game Freak will ever do that. Like, I think they're a lot more likely to make shinies a lot more common, like they did with, Legends Arceus, than they are to, like, make them ever have, like, a guarantee. Although, I guess, I mean, there's like, guaranteed shiny Ponyta, but that's kind of different, too. That's, like, a tutorial mechanic. You'd rather have a pity system instead of insane odds like PLA? Yeah. I don't know. Like, I guess a pity system is really better, though, because, like, the most frustrating times that I had with shiny hunting in Legends Arceus was mostly all because of hunts going over odds. Like, I had some issues with Zorua and physics and stuff not wanting to work. And, just trying to even get, like, Cyndaquil and Quilava to, have their outbreak spawn was kind of frustrating, but... I don't know. We'll see. I definitely still think the, like, at least for breeding, anyways, 1 in 500 was, like, the sweet spot. Where it's like, yeah, it takes a little while, but it's not too bad. Maybe my, tune will change when I do, Fione, being that, just because that's probably going to take a while to hatch. Hey, what's up, Lando? Why am I hunting Shellder? Because there was a event, and thank you for posting that. That reminds me, I need to change my my title. But yeah, so there was an event in the in Sword and Shield this weekend for for basically in the raids, there's like boosted odds for a shiny Shellder. And so, yeah, that's why I was doing it, because it had like super boosted odds. It was like 1 in 50, so it's like, well, I might as well do that. You think the odds in PLA, not the outbreaks, is fair? Yeah, I mean that's about with a perfected Pokedex entry and a shiny charm, you're at about like 1 in 585 or some shit like that. So about 1 in 600. So yeah, that's pretty fair, especially in Legends Arceus, where you can just like fly around and encounter shinies. So it's like, even if the odds aren't as good, like per spawn, because you're getting to encounter so many spawns at, you know, in one burst, kind of, it's like, it's definitely very good for that. But yeah, it's kind of why I specified like the eggs, because like the different methods and different games and stuff, that's always going to change it. But it's just like, I feel like kind of that length with the eggs is like a really good target. Anyways, welcome back, Lando. Definitely like having you here. So yeah, you did miss it. We did get 2 shiny Shelders earlier. I evolved one into Cloister and then kept the other as a Shellder. But yeah, now just to wrap up the stream, I'm picking at Registeel a little bit. I think the next stream, I'm almost certain the next stream tomorrow night will be a Theo and BDSP. I don't know why that took me so long to remember. But yeah, that'll probably be what we'll do tomorrow, because I can't think of what else there could be to do besides that. But yeah, we'll probably do that Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday we'll have just like a short little Minecraft stream, and then I'll figure it out from there. I got my spin deck. Yeah, I used one of those totally, definitely, completely. You can tell I'm being honest because I'm stumbling over my words, and that would never happen if I was lying. But completely legit Twitch channels that do trades for stuff. But yeah, because like I don't care about that spin deck, because like I just needed it for the shiny charm, and I already have a spin deck at home. It's just because of Ilka being bad at their jobs, I couldn't transfer it. Lando, I'm gonna be streaming Minecraft moving forward. Yeah, I did it last Sunday, and I did enjoy it. And so yeah, moving forward, I'm gonna be doing like 1 Minecraft stream a week, just to have something a little bit different. And also, I've been like having an itch to play Minecraft a little bit. Sorry, I'm doing math in my head again. I need to stop trying to do that because I'm not very good. It's just I'm trying to like make sure that I'm not double counting or under counting anything. For sure, you found a wild spin in a trade chat. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how that happened. But yeah, that reminds me, I need to actually like do some planning with that Minecraft stuff. I did look up how the ore distributions changed in Minecraft with like the most recent update, and like holy shit, I hadn't thought about the fact that like they hadn't touched that stuff pretty much ever. Like they added some new stuff to it with like lapis lazuli and whatchamacallit, the other one, emeralds. Like they added new stuff to it, but they never like revised the old stuff, and the new stuff still had very similar mechanics. Now it's like there's different levels where different things are gonna like just going to the bottom isn't like the best way to mine anymore, which is pretty neat. So there's actually like a reason to like dig higher up. I mean, I guess before necessarily going to the bottom wasn't the best because you had the same odds of like diamonds at like where they start appearing as they do at the bottom. But now also like now for diamonds and redstone, it is actually a good idea to dig as far down as you can. So I don't know. There's a lot of cool stuff that, you know, as someone who played Minecraft in the beta, it's just like really cool to see how they're still like adding new stuff and changing stuff up and whatnot. Minecraft stream is pretty fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hopefully hopefully it's not a thing where it's only like one person ever watching it. But I think I'll keep just doing it anyways. Because yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. And also if I don't like do it on stream, then I'm not ever gonna like... I hate how, I think it's just like the perspective of the camera, but it looks like my camera's, or my hat's way off center all the time. Anyways. But yeah, like I had a lot of fun with it, and hopefully by streaming it, it'll encourage me to actually like play more of it, because I definitely do want to keep playing it. And just like eventually have like some crazy world by the end of it. It'll be a hot minute, because I'm probably only going to be playing like 3 hours a week, but, you know. But yeah, I will say again, probably won't be face cam for that stream, because it's, just having my system, my GPU split between Minecraft and NVIDIA broadcast is not going to make things happy. It's already going to be bad enough using the NVIDIA broadcast stuff for cutting out the background noise in the microphone. God, I really shortened that sentence. Also, I realized I need to actually move this thing over. My face cam and all that, because I'm blocking the Registeel health bar. Hold on. Alright, that should be good. Is that the last one? That's the last one. Oops. Let me bring back up the counter program. Whoops. Okay. Reset. And we go again. And maybe one day we'll get this this shiny Registeel. I hope so. You've been playing Rocket League, and recently the lobbies you've been getting has been horrible. You can't compete anymore. That sucks. Your fragile ego is getting hurt. Don't worry, I'm sure if you tank hard enough, you'll get to play a bunch of really bad players, and then you'll feel like a god again. Rocket League is another game that I would love to play again, but I was never any good at it at all. Like, I was literally just like driving around and trying to aim for the ball to hit it. And so now I know there's just like no point in me going back to it. I really enjoyed playing against the AI though. It's like you hit a new skill ceiling, everyone is just way better than me. I have to try your ass off every game. Oh. Well, hey, eventually you'll probably get better, right? That's how that works. Lando, the odds for shiny Registeel is about 1 in 4,000. So, on average, it'll take 4,000 encounters to get the shiny. Although, it also depends on how you look at it. Like, for instance, there's already a, if you see that percentage underneath, that's how likely I am that after 3,728 encounters, there's a 59.75% chance that I'll have seen a shiny. Just based on, like, the probabilities. So that's what that number means at the lower number. So, like, around 50-50 is, like, I don't know. It's, there's a couple different ways to look at it, but on average, it should be about 4,000 encounters for Registeel. Not in Rocket League, because... Oh, that's true, yeah. The, like, flying and aerial shit in Rocket League is so ridiculous. I love, like, watching it and stuff, but, like... I cannot even begin to imagine, like, trying to be able to actually do that. So instead, you should start playing Lost Ark. It's Lost Ark is a MMO, right? Or am I completely off with that? Because I know it's another like Amazon game, right? I know the previous one that came out like a whole 3 months before that was not very good. Like New World or whatever the fuck. I just love how with the previous one, everyone was like, yeah, it's a pretty fun game. And then everyone got to like the end game stuff and it's like, oh, this is what like the end game looks like? Fuck this. It's been like a hot minute since I've seen a game fall off that hard. Like usually there's like, either the game is really bad when it launches, and so it falls off hard just because there's, you know, it never really was there to begin with. It was just launch day hype. But like that was one where it's like, I felt like it stuck around for a little bit and people enjoyed it. And then there was an update or something and everyone went, oh, this is what this game's gonna be like. So far, it looks like Lost Ark is holding its own, pretty popular. That's good. So that's like a space that can always use some more competition, especially with I was gonna say MMO with WoW kind of crashing and burning right now. Because like as much as I've enjoyed what I've played of Final Fantasy XIV, I do very much enjoy it, and it's like a great game. But, like, them having competition is not a bad thing. Like, having some more competition there is always gonna help. Nope, that's the wrong way. I like can't tell if I'm not centered or the microphone is. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. Yeah. You like 14 as well, but subscriptions suck. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I feel like 14 was definitely worth a subscription, but also, like, I haven't played it in a hot minute. I haven't played it with the new expansion. I pre-ordered the new expansion, and I stopped playing it like a month before it came out, and I haven't gone back to it. I gotta get, like, used to looking in the webcam to see what I'm, like, trying to do. But yeah, the other thing with 14 is, like, I never ended up getting involved in, like, a guild. I know they have a different name, and people are probably gonna throw a fit about it, but like, I never got involved with, like, their guilds or anything, and then I pretty much enjoy playing that as purely just a crafter and gatherer. So it's just, like, that's a very, not great combination if you're, like, really trying to, get hardcore into that stuff. But maybe one day I'll get back to it. I would love to. If you have a child's attention span, buy the subscription, play for a week, then not touch it for like 3 months. Yeah, I'm usually a lot more... I play for like longer sessions than that. Or not sessions, but you get what I mean. Longer periods of time before I take breaks, but like, yeah. But like, that's the really nice thing about that game is like, the like the head of it, the leader, the producer or whatever, Yoshi P, he's like very much like, yeah, no, if you're burnt out, take a break, that's fine. You don't need to come back and play the game every day. Like, it's perfectly fine to let your subscription lapse and come back to it later and stuff like that. So I definitely appreciate that. Where like, it's designed to like, they understand that, you know, players are going to leave in between patches and stuff just because, you know, it's just, they're burnt out or they've played what they care to play and they'll come back later. And that helps actually keep players around instead of, you know, just make them feel like they have to log in every day. If they miss a login, then they're fucked. Did I play Final Fantasy 15? I did. I played through, like, the full first area of it, I believe. And then just put it down, because I had, like, a bunch of different games that kind of were coming out at the same time. And, yeah, I just never got back around to it. I would really like to. But I don't know if I can, like, other than maybe Final Fantasy 14, I don't know if I can do any more Final Fantasy games. Like, I love the games to death, but I do not have enough time for them. I don't. I can't do... Well, I guess I did do a lot of playing through Legends Arceus, but in general, like, I can't really do those crazy long games anymore. But, one game I really wanted to go back to is, and it came out right around the same time as Final Fantasy 15, is World of Final Fantasy, which sounds like it would be an MMO, but it's not. But it does, like, it's, like, very chibi, and it's very just, like, goofy and silly. It's very, it's more like Pokemon than, like, a normal, Final Fantasy game. Or, yeah, more like Pokemon than a normal Final Fantasy. But it's goofy, it's comical. It's fun. It pulls like a bunch of like references from all the Final Fantasy games. So like one of the characters you meet fairly early on is Quistis from Final Fantasy VIII, which is like not a character I ever expected to be getting love again from Square Enix, because Final Fantasy VIII is kind of the redheaded stepchild of the PS1 era, which is a shame because I really loved that game. But, like, on top of that, like, it's Quistis, not, like, Squall or Rhinoa or whatever. But, yeah, I really want to go back to that game someday, because, God, that game was so much fun. And, again, it was the same thing as 15. I enjoyed it, and then I put it down, and then I never got back to it. I should see if that game ever got ported to PC. If it did, I might play it on PC. Well, actually, I guess I don't get a choice in playing it on PC, because my PS4 died a long time ago, and I never replaced it, so... Hopefully it has been ported, because I'm not gonna buy another PS4 just to play that game. I guess if I bought a disc version PS5, but... I don't know. When you started 15, you were hooked, put 80 hours in like a week? Jeez. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty hooked. Yeah, like, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It's just... For whatever reason, I got sidetracked on it, and... It was one of those things where I waited too long to go back to it, and then I was like, I might have to just, like, restart the game. Because I'm not going to know what the hell's going on at this point. Yeah, maybe one day. I don't know. It's just, again, I just don't have the time for the games anymore. I love them to death. I can't do it. You played on PS4, so it'd be great to play it on PC with way better graphics and frames. Yeah. I might own it on PC? I don't remember. Maybe not. I don't think I did. I've bought most of the Final Fantasy games on PC. But I don't know. Honestly, I think I would probably do a playthrough through Final Fantasy 8 or Final Fantasy 10 again before I probably play 15 again, or start 15 again. Just because, like, Final Fantasy X is so fucking good. It's so good. And because it's, like, turn-based and stuff, it's just, like... It's just great. And then, yeah, then Final Fantasy VIII, because I just have so much love for that game, because that was, like, one of the first, like, big games that I ever played. And, like, I was actually old enough at that time to appreciate some of that. Like, I played Golden Crystal, Pokemon Golden Crystal before that, but, like, I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was, like, 6 years old. But, like, I at least understood a little bit about Final Fantasy VIII, and it just made me love Final Fantasy and shit like that so much. When you first got Pokemon Sword, you got 75 hours in around a week, and then got the DLC and played for, like, 5 hours. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely played a good amount of Sword when it came out. I wasn't nearly as hooked on it as I am now. Or at least on the Pokemon franchise as I am now, but yeah. I played a lot of Let's Go Eevee. That was one I went pretty hard on. But yeah, unfortunately I just don't have the time for video games as much as I used to. Alright, so I think we'll do one more set and then we'll wrap up for the night. So, in news that will surprise absolutely no one, don't think I'm getting the Registeel. For you PS2s when you really started to appreciate games. Yeah, like I had a PS1. I guess I had to have had a PS1 because of Final Fantasy VIII. But yeah, definitely a lot of my early gaming memories are like PS2, but Final Fantasy VIII was just a little bit before that. And that's what like really got me into other games and stuff. Caring about the story rather. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, I didn't, honestly, other than Final Fantasy, I didn't really do much story-based stuff. Like, I would play stuff like Midnight Club 3 or Dynasty Warriors 4, stuff like that. But I definitely think Final Fantasy is why I started to enjoy the story-based stuff later. Stuff like Mass Effect. Oh, God, I love Mass Effect so much. Dynasty Warriors is fun. Well, not Dynasty Warriors 9. We don't talk about Dynasty Warriors 9, but other than that, yeah, Dynasty Warriors is great. God, 9 was so bad. Actually, maybe I can't even call it... Well, no, it was really bad. It was still fun. And that, like, the core mechanic of mash the attack button and slaughter thousands of enemies, that was still kind of there. But, like, open world, and none of it was visually interesting, and it ran like shit. And none of the, like, awesome set-piece battles, like the naval battle at, fuck, I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but the one where you light all the boats on fire and shit, and then you have to fight your way off of them. Oh, God. All that shit went away in in Dynasty Warriors 9. It was just like, what the fuck were you guys thinking? But yeah, definitely the old ones. PS2, GameCube, yeah. I loved the hell out of Dynasty Warriors 4, man. I spent so much time in that game. Mostly just doing the Yellow Turban Rebellion over and over again. So that way I could grind up levels, and then I could go and, like, smash through the rest of the game. But, I mean, that's just how I rolled. But yeah, I definitely love Dynasty Warriors. I love that whole, like, that, for lack of better words, I'll call it a mythos, or however you want to say it. But just, like, the lore of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms era is, like, super cool to me. I think that's a lot of why I love any, like, war documentaries, we'll say. But not, like, you know, like, the grand, like, strategy kind of stuff, and, but also, like, the whole how alliances play out and all that shit. It's actually, like, one of the few things I enjoyed about, Final Fantasy Type 0 was, like, having the whole, like, overview of the war going on. The actual game of Type 0 sucked. I don't know what the hell people were talking about with that game. I get that it was a PSP game, but even then, I feel like PSP players had a higher level of standard than that shit, but... You think it might have been 4, because that cover looks familiar? Yeah. I feel like, I don't know if 4 was the popular one or what, but, like, it was definitely, because weren't the first two, I want to say, were, I want to say the first two were just, like, straight up fighter games, just like Mortal Kombat, obviously not as gory, but, you know, similar to that, or like Tekken or stuff like that. And then I think 3 was the first one where you actually had, like, the big battles. And then, so 4 was just, like, such a massive increase from that. Because I remember playing a little bit of Dynasty Warriors 3 at, like, a friend's house. But yeah, I think 5 was also on the PS2. You also played 6. I think I played Dynasty Warriors 7 on the PS3. Because I remember, it was actually the summer before I went to college. My buddy... Same one I actually played Dynasty Warriors 3 at his house, I think. But when he was going off, him and his family went off to do, like, orientation or whatever for wherever he was going to college. And so they had me just stay over at their house to take care of their dogs and stuff. So I went over to GameStop and just bought a used copy of Dynasty Warriors 7 and just binged that shit, like, non-stop for a week straight. Because I had literally nothing else to do. Like, they had, like, stocked the fridge, so I had food and stuff, and it was great. That was a great time. Those were the days, yeah. That period of time where you had all the time in the world. Didn't necessarily have the money to do everything you wanted, but you had all the time in the world. And then you get older and you get a job and you go, wow, this shit sucks. Can I go back, please? Send me back. Alright, we got like 1 or 2 more here. Oh, are we gonna hit like exactly 60% too? I think we might, unless my count's off. It's possible my count's off because I think we have one more after this. Yep. All right, last Registeel coming up. I don't think we're getting the shiny, but hey, we'll end off at exactly 60% likely that I should have gotten the shiny by now. But yeah, I definitely need to do this more often. Just like either start or wrap up a stream with a Registeel. Probably wrap up, because I feel like starting the stream with this is gonna be kind of a just like weird to like do something for the first 30 minutes and then change. All right, well, no shiny Registeel tonight. We did get 2 shiny Shellers though, which is really cool. I love those wild area events. They're so nice. Same with like the outbreaks and Arceus. Anything that's easy shinies. I like easy shinies. All right, I'm a little bitch. But yeah, tomorrow we'll start working on Fiona in BDSP, unless like for some reason there's another event. If there is, I will be incredibly shocked. But yeah, Fiona tomorrow and probably Saturday. Minecraft on Monday, that'll probably be like a 2-hour stream. That probably, if that even, probably like 1.5 hours. It just depends on when I get out of work. And then after that, we'll figure it out from there. So yeah, anyways, thank you everyone who watched and everything today. The raid early on, I mean, a lot of you guys stuck around, it looks like, or I've been cycling through viewers. Either way, I never have 8 viewers on my channel, so this has been very nice. Yeah, actually on that, let me pull up Twitch real quick. Let me see, is anyone that I follow online? Go ahead and mute myself. No one I follow is online. Well, all right, let's go Sword and Shield. Let's see who's streaming. Wow, there's actually not many people streaming this. Let's see, and a whole bunch of these are like competitive stuff, which I'm not that interested in, I'll be honest. I see. I really need to like fill out my my like follow more people, just so that way like I'm not worried about. Yeah. Okay, I won't raid anyone tonight. I was gonna do that to like pass it along. I just don't like trying to raid someone when I have no idea what their content is like, and like if they're, you know, I want to like raid someone who's gonna be a fucking massive shitlord. But yeah, anyways, thank you everyone who watched. I really appreciate it. And Jed, I will have to send you a whisper in a second here, so we can get all that stuff sorted out. But yeah, thanks for watching today, guys, and I'll see you next time.